Today's video is going to be about blood, sweat, and tears. You know, no matter how much you prepare for a project or think you got it all set and it's going to go nice and smooth, there's always something that goes wrong. Expect the unexpected. Prime example, today, well, I don't mean to give you the middle finger, but I smashed my finger again. So yeah, today I'm going to talk about some of the emotional roller coasters of working on really any project. This wall here has given me a lot of problems, which you'll see in this video. You ever have one of those days where you have all these expectations starting off the day, and at the end of the day, none of your expectations actually evolve or actually go the way you plan? Today was one of those days. To be honest, it's like one of those days where you question everything you do in your life and why you do it. It's almost like you get kicked in the gut or punched in the gut, and it's like a reality check of why you do what you really do. Yeah, maybe I'm being a little hard on myself or unrealistic, but today is one of those days where you just want to throw something, quit, walk away, maybe burn a match, and kind of just reset. Maybe I'm talking crazy, but I know we all go through it, especially when you're deep into a project and your expectations don't go the way you want them to go. Well, one of those days was for me today. Today is day 6 on the project. I'll be erecting the steel, I should say, not on the project. I'm actually putting up the steel. And we made good progress overall. But we had some minor setbacks, some gut checks, some setbacks, some things out of my control, some things that were in my control, that when you're hot, you're tired, you're beat down from being in the weather all day, all week, you're exhausted, it's a Friday afternoon like today, and you force things to try to get things done, especially for the weekend, and they come back and they backfire. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. Anyway, I wanted to be honest with you guys and kind of tell you, you know, a day by day, and kind of just express that I do have days that are downers, and I question my own self. But even though I do look back, I see this metal building going up, and it's exciting. I can see the future in it. I can see it done, and I can see it being my new home, especially 50 feet from my other home. So it's the best of both worlds, and I feel a little better. But yeah, I'm normal. I go through that, even though I love what I do. I question why I do what I do sometimes, and you wish things came easier, but they don't. They don't. So anyway, enough of me getting personal with you guys, and let me explain where we're at. So we've been busy erecting the steel. Got the center section pretty much all made up. Got all the tension rods in yesterday, all the support braces. We squared it up. We plumbed up all the rafters, made sure everything was plumb, all the uprights and stuff. So that was good to go. So here on out, really, all the other walls and pieces should fall in. So the morning was good. We started off real good. We did a lot of prep work yesterday as far as getting the end wall up, and our plan was to get it up today and lock it into the main center section of the building. And as you'll see here, or you just saw in the video, we did get it up. We did get it up, and that is a positive accomplishment. But there was one thing out of my control. It's a manufacturer defect or issue. One of the uprights, one of the base plates that actually mounts to the foundation and the bolts go through, was not drilled correctly, or it wasn't on. It's not on the upright. It's not welded. It's not the right shape. It should be larger. And it's not something that you would know just looking at it, because it looks all like the others. I'm going to show you here in a minute. But once you got it up, you see a big bow. The upright's not flush with the outside like the others, and I instantly knew that was an issue. Double checked everything on our end, all the part numbers, all the positions of the steel and all that, and we were right on. But there's an issue of way that beam was, the base plate was welded to the bottom and the holes drilled. So that was a setback. I had to stop, take pictures, send them to the project manager for the company, get on the phone with him. So I lost 2 or 3 hours doing that today. To be honest, it took a lot of wind out of my sail. It is Friday. It is warm. It's close to 90 degrees again, so that doesn't help. We're in the sun, but it's good weather in that sense, I guess. But so that kind of set me back, because I put up all the girts and everything in line. So now I got to take all the girts out so I can take that post out, to probably have to make a template, re-drill the holes, and make up some new the cable tension holes that go through it as well. They drilled it on the wrong side. That was another issue. So now I need to make new holes that the cables will go through, so I can run the tension cables through here after. So I got to do a little welding and fabrication on that. But I'm working with the manufacturer to see what they can do for me. It's just, it's discouraging. I wanted this wall to be done today, and it should have been done today. It should be tied in and moving on. And now I got to take this thing all apart and fix it. And I didn't get where I wanted to be today. Not only that, I tried to move on, make some more progress, and do something else, get my mind off it. And that's where we were kind of tired at the end of the day. And we were putting one of the last uprights up on the pad. And our goal is to get both uprights done, so the perimeters were pretty much done. And I'll show you. But once we put it on, we made the template, we checked the template to the studs that was in the concrete. We thought we were good to go. We had it lifted up. We're trying to align it. A couple of the studs were not aligned. If we tried to wiggle it and kind of force it down, we figured if we put a couple nuts on there, we can drive it down and suck it in, like we did on some other ones. So we tried that. We were tired, we were hot, we just want to finish and call it a day. But what actually happened is we kind of cleaned out some threads on 2 of the bolts. So as we were trying to jam the nuts down, the nuts locked up, and it never was able to sit down flush on the pad. So I kind of knew that was an issue. I didn't want to hack this up. It's very important that the anchor bolts were down correctly So I had to back out these nuts, and they were on there pretty good. They weren't coming off with the impact gun. So I had to get my cheater bar and twist them off. And of course, I snapped 2 of the anchor bolts that go into the foundation. Yeah, it's like a kick in the nuts. After all this effort of making sure the anchor bolts are so precise in the concrete, they're sticking out correctly, everything's aligned, and then they snap. It's a real gut check. But as a builder, fabricator, maker, whatever title you may be, it's one of those things that we all go through. You know, let it be you snap your last bolt when you're putting in a motor, you snap off an ear or something on a transmission. You gotta take it back out, re-weld it, fabricate it. Something that needs to happen. You have to go backwards before you go forwards, and it's a real gut check. It makes you answer why you do what you do. And if you're truly not in love with what you do in the process and learning from mistakes and challenges, you'll never last being a builder, maker, fabricator. This isn't my first time. It's not enjoyable. It's not acceptable as far as it happening again, but it happens. It's one of those things, expect the unexpected. Yes, another thing of the unexpected happened today. But like I said, I've been here before on different applications, but it sucks. So I gotta overcome it. And I have an idea how to fix these things, but it's just gonna take some time and some hard labor. Enough of me talking, let me show you what I'm talking about, and let me show you the rest of the building. Let's go. All right, so here is the end wall that I've been talking about. You saw in the video of me putting it up. Pretty exciting, right? This is where a nice overhead door is going to be, a little 10 by 10. This is what I'm talking about. See this wall? Looks pretty good. Everything's pretty good, straight and all. But look at that first upright. You'll see it. It's flush with the edge of the concrete. Concrete guy did an excellent job as far as making that the way it should be. Very happy with that. Look down to the second one, and you see a problem. You look down to the third one, if you can see it. The fourth one, you can see it. They're all pretty flush with the outside of the building foundation. But that second one is not. And it puts a bow in the wall. You can see I already took some girts out. So this is the problem right here. This is supposed to be flush like the rest of them. So that base plate was drilled incorrectly, and that is why it is about 2.5 inches forward. So now I pretty much have to take this whole upright out, put it on the ground, and make a template, re-drill some holes so I can bring it flush. And there's the cable pass-throughs I was telling you about. They're on the wrong side. Let me flip and show you what I'm talking about. You see on that side how they're on the outside, towards the outside of the wall? Yep. And there's a couple more that go all the way up. And that's flush to the edge of the concrete. So yeah, that's a major problem. Not the end of the world, but it's gonna take some time. I gotta take this whole thing out and do some fabrication. Other than that, the building looks great. It is coming together. It is all tied in. I got the eaves tied in. So let me walk you to the opposite corner that I was trying to finish and show you the other mistake. This one was my fault because I was forcing it and I was tired. Should have quit for the day, but I wanted one more thing complete. So anyway, I got these last uprights together. I got the eave extensions on here. Try to pre-build as much as possible on the ground. And anyway, you can see they're bent now because they were bent when trying to get the upright on. But there's the two studs that are snapped. The thing is, I still have room to put nuts on that will pass through the plate, so I'm not like screwed. I'm gonna re-chase all these threads, clean them up, straighten them out on all four, get new nuts, new washers, lock washers, and I think I'll be all right. Worst case scenario, if I have to drill another hole and put an anchor rod in, that's what I'll do. But this son of a bitch fought me today and screwed me over, I guess you could say. But it's part of life. Gotta pick it up and move on. So that's what I'm gonna do. Here's a little shot. And that's what it's looking like right now. So that's where I'm at with it, guys. Day 6, couple setbacks, some progress. It's Friday, fool. But guess what? It doesn't mean anything. Because Saturday is another day to build and make some more progress. So that's what I'll do. I'll be back on it tomorrow. Anyway, guys, have a good night. If you don't already, subscribe to the channel, follow along, and I'll see you on the next video.